Hello guys, I am Sumit Kumar Das and welcome back to SK Neuron. You are watching the next episode in a LangChain course playlist. Today we'll be deep diving into something really exciting, building multimodal AI application with LangChain. We are talking about AI that can see images, hear audio and watch videos as well. And I am going to show you exactly how to do it step by step. But before that, I have already completed the detailed LangChain setup with my large language models in this notebook. But if you are not sure how to get started, check out the videos I have attached here, where I'll walk you through entire LangChain setup using Python and demonstrated how to interact with various kind of large language models in detail. First, let's start with an image from a URL. So here I have taken an URL. For that, we need to create a human message with two parts. First part is the text, where it will contain the prompt, where you need to ask the question about the image. And the second is the image URL, where you need to provide the exact URL of the image, which should be public one, or you should have the access to that URL. You have to notice the structure here. It's a content array with different types, right? And this is how we handle multimodal input. So let me run it. Now, if you can see, a large language model is able to read the image and able to describe what is there in that particular image. So now here you can provide your own URL if you have, and you can try it on. Now it is all about the extracting the content or describing the image from the URL. What if you have all those images in your local files? So for that, I have stored one image in my local file as well, which path I have already given here, image file path. And for that, we need to encode them with base 64 first, because Python's base 64 library make this super easy. We just need to read the file, encode it and decode it as the UTF-8 string. Then we pass the same thing as a data URL with proper meme type prefix. Okay, let the LLM process it. So now the LLM will also process exactly the same way how it has processed a image from the URL part. So the difference is pretty clear, right? In when the image is of from URL, I am just passing the URL. So it is automatically extracting the image and making it to convert it into the base 64 in the backend. While if you are providing the image from a local, so it cannot extract that image from a local. So for that, first you have to encode the image into base 64 format. Then you have to pass the base 64 content into the image, into the large language models. Because large language model doesn't have access to your locals. Now let's see how we can handle some of the audio file as well. And the pattern is also pretty similar here. Here, before we have our image file that were converted into base 64 format and passing into the large language model, and the pattern is pretty similar here also. We need to encode our mp3 file into base 64 format, then we need to pass that base 64 format into our large language model. But there is a difference here between the image and audio, that is the content type. If you have observed here I am providing the type as the image URL, but here the type should be passed as the media instead of image URL, and the meme type should be specifically it should be audio. I am just taking an local mp3 files and I am providing the encoded audio by making it encoded into the base 64 format. And you just run it, and it is pretty simple now. I asked it to transcribe the audio, it will simply transcribe the audio. And this is very powerful for building any voice enabled application, be it podcast analyzer or any accessibility tool. Now if you have see, it has already encoded that particular audio. Now let's cross verify what if the LLM is giving the correct response or not. So this is the audio file if I have just processed it. So let me just play it first. The soapstone carvings, are those done? Have you done any of those? Yes. So I have just played it for a couple of seconds just to check whether the response is coming out properly or not. So let's see. So if you compare the audio being played here and the transcription has been done by the large language model is pretty much same. And similarly, if you just compare the image also which I have given here, the local image, if I see the local image what I have given here to the model which is given here, if you see is same, right? It is describing the relationship of features of a mathematical equation formulas, and it is exactly describing the file which I have provided here. Now let's take it to the video analysis. So now we will try to take up a video. So this is one of the sample video I have taken up from the internet, and you can take up any video of your choice. Now let's play the video first and see what's the content is in the video. Then we will try to see whether we are able to access or we are able to provide the large language model to access this video or not, and if it is accessing, whether it is able to provide the correct response or not. So this is just a sample video I just played here. Now let's go back to our. Again, the setup is almost identical to the audio setup, but here we have also encoded the video file in base64 format. The only difference is we have to set the meme type to the video slash mp4 format because we are taking it video of mp4 files, and I need to send it to the large language models. And here I am asking to the large language models to explain the first few frames of the video. But you could ask it to summarize the entire video or detect specific object, or if you have to analyze any specific storyline, you can do that. So if you see here, the LLM is returning the response like the video opens with close-up shot with woman in laboratory setting and she's wearing a white lab coat. And it is pretty much aligning with the what of the video we have just seen here. So the model processes the video and gives us a complete detailed descriptions. And you can imagine the possibilities, right? You can automate the video moderation, you can do the content summarization, you can do the accessibility of captions, all with just few lines of code, and everything is being unified with single interface provided by the LangChain. Okay, so we have built a complete multimodal AI system that can not only see but it can hear as well, and it can access on video also. We have built a complete multimodal AI system that can see, hear, and can create. The code is surprisingly very straightforward thanks to all the LangChain's unified interface. All the code from this tutorial is available in the description below. Try it out, experiment different prompts, and let me know what can build. Always handle your API keys securely. Be mindful of file size when encoding media, and always remember that different models come with different strengths. And if you find this video helpful, smash the like button and subscribe for more such tutorials, and turn on the bell notification so you don't miss the upcoming videos. Drop your comment if you have any question or want to see any specific topics to be covered. The code from this video is in the description below, so start experimenting. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Till then, keep learning, keep coding, and keep growing.